Simon EKPA has been arrested in Finland for public exhortation to an offense committed with terrorist intent. He was not the only one arrested. He was arrested alongside 4 others who were suspected to be financing his terrorist intent. And now the Nigerian government want him to be extradited to Nigeria. And I really don't know how possible it is, because a lot of legal talks has been going on. There is no bilateral agreement between Nigeria and Finland. And globally, they have seen Nigeria as a country that does not respect human rights. So I really don't think they will be sending him over to Nigeria, because they want to protect his human rights. So in the area of the bilateral agreement, some lawyers are also speaking up that it is also possible for him to be extradited to Nigeria, even though there is no existing bilateral agreement between Nigeria and Finland. I guess Nigeria did not want what happened in February 2023 to happen again. You remember, this is not the first time Simon EKPA has been arrested in Finland. His first arrest was in February 2023, before the general election. When he called on the southeastern region not to participate in the election. That was when he was first arrested and later released. Now this is his second arrest, and the Nigerian government are really calling on Finland to send him back to Nigeria. I cannot imagine what will happen to EKPA if he steps foot here in Nigeria. I cannot imagine what the defense will do to him, because a lot of talks has been going on. And during an interview on Arise News, an APC chieftaincy, Jesu Tega Onokbasa, who is also a lawyer, said that Simon EKPA should be shot. Imagine saying that vocally on a national television. And he said because he is killing his fellow Igbos, he's inciting, killing, that he has killed a lot of people through his comments. I really don't know. With that kind of statement, I know that Finland government is also watching. These are the things they will be looking at, if Nigeria will also be able to honor his human rights, irrespective of what has been done. A lot of people in the Southeast think that the arrest of Simon EKPA would bring peace to the eastern region. We reduce the amount of insecurity that is going on in the eastern region, because there is suspicion that he's the one that has been instigating all the insecurities that is happening in eastern region. I don't really know about that. But if Nigeria government can also put the effort they are putting in trying to extradite all those people, that is talking about IPOB, that is talking about division, if they can put that effort to restructuring Nigeria to include the southeastern region, to remove the issue of marginalization, I don't think all these things will be happening. Because when people come out to talk about IPOB and they have followers, they have people listening, it's because these people feel like they have been marginalized for a long period of time. History has already told them a lot of stories of how the eastern region has been marginalized since the 1960s. If the Nigerian government can put the efforts they are putting in extraditing all these people to Nigeria that are talking about division, if they can put that effort to restructuring Nigeria, to ending marginalization of the southeastern region, all these things will not be happening. All these agitations is because the southern eastern part of the country felt like they have been marginalized. The stories that history has told them since 1960s is still playing out today. If they feel included in the government, I don't think all these things will be happening. You have people coming up, agitators coming up, and people are listening to them. It's because of how they feel. If it's because of what is going on in the country, it's because they feel like what these people are speaking up is the truth. They are not seeing any difference from the side of the government. The only thing the government is doing is to stop people from talking, is to stop anything that have to do with ethnic bigotry. But if you can hit the nail on the head and talk about, address the main issues that is causing this ethnic bigotry, all these groups will not be coming up. All these people will not be coming up, and they will not have disciples. But if you're not focusing on the main thing, this kind of thing will keep on happening. Even if Nigeria successfully extradites Simon EKPA from Finland back to Nigeria, lock him up or whatever they do to him, someone else will still speak up in the future, because they have not addressed the main issue. The issue here is that the Southeast feel like they are being neglected. They feel like they are not part of the government. They feel like they are forced to be part of Nigeria. They don't feel their region have equal right to other regions in Nigeria. These are the main issue that needs to be addressed. They need to be included in the government. You don't just say it. You do it by action. You show action. You don't condemn ethnic bigotry, whereby you, the federal government, is practicing ethnicity. When it comes to federal appointments, when it comes to other things that have to do with the leadership of Nigeria, it looks like the Southeast is being excluded from the government. That's why whenever anybody comes up to talk about anything that have to do with IPOB, he will have followers. Because these are people that feel they have been excluded from the government. They feel that there is nothing like one Nigeria. So if you are preaching one Nigeria, you should show it by action. Don't make other regions feel neglected. Things like this will continue to come up. So I really don't know. They are calling for the extradition of Simon EKPA. I don't know how possible that is. I don't know if Finland will agree, but that is what Nigeria really wants right now. Do you think Finland will release Simon EKPA to Nigeria? Do you think his arrest will bring peace to the eastern region? Do you think that is a good idea for them to hand him over to Nigeria? Do you think his human rights will be protected here in Nigeria during the legal charges? A lot of people in the Southeast think that the arrest of Simon EKPA would bring peace to the eastern region. We reduce the amount of insecurity that is going on in the eastern region, because there is suspicion that he's the one that has been instigating all the insecurities that is happening in eastern region. I don't really know about that. But if Nigeria government can also put the effort they are putting in trying to extradite all those people that is talking about IPOB, that is talking about division, if they can put that effort to restructuring Nigeria to include the southeastern region, to remove the issue of marginalization, I don't think all these things will be happening.